Have you ever stood in a crowded room, yet felt a profound sense of solitude that no one else could possibly understand? Have you looked into the eyes of others and seen a world of illusions they blindly accept, while your own spirit aches for a truth that lies just beyond the veil? This deep, unshakable feeling of being an outsider, a sojourner in a land that is not your home, is not a curse. It is the first echo of your divine calling. It is the initial stirring of a power so immense, a weapon so secret, that the forces of darkness have worked tirelessly since your birth to convince you it was a weakness. They wanted you to believe your sensitivity was a flaw, your longing for truth a fantasy, and your solitude a punishment. Today, that grand deception ends. Today, we unveil the truth of your power and the sacred armament you have been carrying all along, hidden in plain sight, waiting for this very moment of awakening to be revealed and activated for your divine mission. This journey of feeling different is a hallmark of your identity as one of God's chosen ones. You are the spiritual sentinels, the light bearers, and the sacred truth seekers sent to this planet at a time of immense transformation. Your intuition is not just a gut feeling. It is a direct line to the divine mind, a spiritual GPS that allows you to navigate the deceptions of this world with unparalleled clarity. You sense falsehood in people's words. You feel the energy of a room the moment you enter, and you perceive the hidden motives that lie beneath superficial actions. This heightened perception has often been a source of pain, making you feel isolated and misunderstood. You were never meant to fit into a world built on half-truths and illusions. You were designed to stand apart, to hold a frequency of truth so pure that it inherently exposes the darkness, acting as a divine compass for those who are lost and a blinding light to those who thrive in deception. The path you have walked has been intentionally strewn with trials that would have broken any ordinary spirit. This was not a random series of unfortunate events. It was a divine and rigorous training ground. You have known the sharp, soul-crushing sting of betrayal, often from the very people you were meant to trust, family, friends, and partners. You have experienced the suffocating weight of loneliness that feels like a desolate wilderness, a spiritual void where your cries for help seem to go unanswered. There have been seasons where you were stripped of everything you held dear, your security, your relationships, your reputation, your health, leaving you with nothing but your faith. In those moments of utter desolation, you have cried out to the heavens, "God, why me? Have you forsaken me?" You felt abandoned, pushed beyond every conceivable limit of your endurance, stretched to the very breaking point of your soul. But this was not abandonment. It was a sacred isolation designed for your ultimate empowerment. Here lies the profound and sacred truth that will reframe every tear you have shed and every scar you carry. These trials were not punishments. They were your divine forging. Each hardship was a carefully calibrated strike of the celestial hammer, shaping you into the warrior of light you were destined to become. God did not abandon you in your wilderness. He led you there to isolate you from the world's distracting noise, so you could learn to hear His voice with perfect clarity. The cruel betrayals were not meant to destroy you, but to teach you the invaluable spiritual gift of discernment, to sharpen your intuition so you could distinguish between souls of light and agents of darkness. The crushing loneliness was a divine test, forcing you to sever your reliance on external validation and instead build an unbreakable, direct, and personal relationship with your Creator. You were being taught to anchor your soul not in the shifting sands of worldly acceptance, but on the unshakable rock of divine truth and unconditional love. Now, the season of your most intense training is drawing to a close. The relentless trials and the profound isolation have served their sacred purpose. They have carved within your soul a vast capacity to hold and channel an immense amount of divine light, love, and power. Your struggles were not in vain. They were the crucible that transformed your spirit from common iron into celestial steel. It is time to step out from the shadows of your past, to shed the identity of a victim, and to fully embrace the truth of who you are. Your heightened sensitivity is not a weakness. It is your superpower, a divine radar that perceives the spiritual realms. Your scars are not marks of shame. They are your sacred credentials, a testament to the battles you have won and the wisdom you have gained. You were forged in the hottest fires of tribulation, so that you could walk through any flame completely unscathed, and possess the strength and wisdom to lead others out of their own darkness. Your time is not coming. Your time is now. Let us now speak of the weapon itself, the secret armament that makes you a formidable force for the divine. This weapon is not of this world. It is not a physical object or a mystical incantation. The secret weapon of God's chosen ones is your divine authenticity, supercharged by your refined spiritual resonance. It is the raw, unfiltered frequency of your true, God-given identity, which you have been forced to discover and strengthen through your trials. While the world pressures everyone to wear masks, to conform to trends, and to dilute their essence for acceptance, your journey has forced you to shed every mask, every false identity, and every societal expectation. You were stripped bare until all that was left was your unshakable core, your divine essence. This authenticity is a frequency that the forces of darkness cannot replicate, withstand, or corrupt. It is pure, divine truth in human form, and its power is absolute in the spiritual realm. Think of your divine authenticity as a key that vibrates at a specific, celestial frequency. This frequency has the power to unlock divine portals, to heal broken hearts, and to shatter demonic illusions. When you speak your truth, rooted in this authentic core, your words carry the weight of divine authority. They cut through deception like a sword of light, exposing lies and awakening souls who are ready to hear. This is why your presence is so polarizing. Those who are aligned with truth and light are inexplicably drawn to you. They feel a sense of peace, clarity, and homecoming in your energy. Conversely, those who operate from a place of ego, deception, and darkness feel intensely uncomfortable, agitated, and exposed in your presence. They may not consciously understand why, but their lower vibrational entities are repelled by the purity of your spiritual resonance. Your very existence becomes an act of spiritual warfare, a passive yet overwhelmingly powerful broadcast of divine truth. The painful betrayals you endured were a critical part of honing this weapon. Each time someone deceived you, it forced you to retreat inward and consult your inner compass, your intuition. You learned to stop outsourcing your trust and to place it firmly in your own divine connection. This process purified your energy field and taught you to recognize the subtle energetic signatures of deceit and manipulation. You are now a living lie detector. This isn't a parlor trick. It is a highly advanced spiritual defense mechanism. It allows you to navigate your mission with divine protection, ensuring that you do not invest your precious energy, time, or resources into people or situations that are sent to derail you. This divine discernment, born from the ashes of betrayal, is a critical component of your secret weapon, allowing you to build alliances only with those who are truly of the light, and to instantly recognize the spiritual predators disguised as sheep. The periods of profound isolation and loneliness were perhaps the most difficult, yet most essential, part of your training. In the silence of your solitude, when the world turned its back on you, you were forced to find company and solace in the divine. God stripped away all your external support systems so that you would learn to build an internal one, an unbreakable pillar of faith connecting you directly to the source. It was in this sacred solitude that your spiritual hearing was amplified. You learned to distinguish the whisper of God from the roar of your own ego and the insidious murmurings of the enemy. This ability to receive clear, divine guidance is now a cornerstone of your power. While others are swayed by public opinion and external noise, you operate from a place of direct, divine instruction. This makes you an unwavering leader, a stable anchor in the storm, and a clear channel for the divine will to be made manifest on earth. The constant, inexplicable spiritual attacks you have weathered were not meant to destroy you, but to teach you how to fight. You were thrown into the deep end of spiritual warfare without a manual, forced to learn your authority in the heavenly realms through direct experience. You learned that your words have power, that your prayers can move mountains, and that your faith is a shield that no dark force can penetrate. These attacks forced you to discover the power of your own voice, to learn how to command darkness to flee in the name of the divine. You have been in a spiritual boot camp, developing a level of spiritual resilience and warrior-like faith that is exceedingly rare. This battle-tested spirit is a key aspect of your secret weapon. You do not fear the darkness because you have faced it head-on and have seen it crumble before the light that you carry within you. You are a seasoned spiritual veteran, and your presence alone brings terror to the demonic realm. Your financial struggles and periods of lack were also a part of this divine refinement process. They were designed to detach you from the matrix of materialism and to teach you the true nature of divine abundance. You learned that your source of provision is not a job, a bank account, or the economy, but God Himself. You were taught the principles of faith, of giving even when you had little, and of trusting that your needs would be met. This has cultivated in you a powerful manifestation ability, rooted not in selfish desire, but in co-creation with the divine. Having known lack, you now understand that true wealth is spiritual. This understanding frees you from the fear and greed that enslave so many. It allows you to become a pure channel for divine resources, directing abundance toward kingdom purposes without being corrupted by it. Your relationship with money has been purified, turning it from a potential idol into a tool for your mission. Consider the physical ailments and periods of extreme fatigue you have endured. Many of these were not simple illnesses, they were ascension symptoms. They were the physical manifestation of your body undergoing a profound transformation, your DNA being upgraded to hold more light. As your spiritual frequency rose, your dense physical body struggled to keep up. These periods forced you to rest, to go within, to purify your diet, and to learn to manage your energy. You were being taught that your body is a sacred temple, the vessel for your divine light. Through these trials, you learned the language of your body and the importance of energetic hygiene. This knowledge is now vital, allowing you to maintain the high vibrational state necessary to wield your secret weapon effectively. You have become a master of your own energy, able to clear, ground, and protect your field, ensuring you remain a pure and powerful conduit for divine power. The weapon of divine authenticity also functions as a powerful catalyst for healing in others. When people who are genuinely seeking truth and healing come into contact with your energy field, The purity of your resonance activates their own dormant divine spark. Your authentic presence gives them unconscious permission to be themselves. Without you saying a word, your energy communicates. It is safe to be real. It is safe to be vulnerable. It is safe to let go of your masks. This creates a sacred space where deep, transformative healing can occur. People will find themselves opening up to you, sharing their deepest secrets and fears, even if they have just met you. This is the power of your weapon at work. You are a walking, talking portal to the healing frequency of divine love, and your authentic presence is the key that unlocks it for others. Furthermore, your secret weapon is the ultimate tool of manifestation. The universe is always responding to frequency. When you operate from a place of pure, divine authenticity, your intentions are not muddled by ego, doubt, or conflicting desires. You become a clear and powerful broadcasting tower for your divine will. Your prayers and declarations are not just hopeful wishes. They are commands that resonate with the very fabric of creation. Because your will has been aligned with God's will through your trials, your desires are no longer just your own. They are divine impulses seeking expression through you. This alignment makes you a master manifester, capable of calling forth the resources, people, and opportunities needed to fulfill your sacred mission. The universe conspires to support you because it recognizes you as a legitimate and authorized agent of the divine plan. It is crucial to understand that this weapon cannot be wielded by the ego. It is only activated when you are in a state of surrender and humility. The moment you try to use your authenticity for personal gain, for recognition, or to prove a point, its power diminishes. The ego operates on a low frequency of separation and fear, which instantly short-circuits the high frequency of divine love and unity that fuels your weapon. This is why your training had to be so humbling. You had to be brought to your knees, to a place of complete surrender, so that your ego could be dismantled. It is only from this place of not my will, but thy will be done, that the true, world-changing power of your divine authenticity can flow through you, unhindered and pure. Your greatest strength lies in your complete surrender to the divine power that wishes to work through you. The loneliness you felt was also a divine tool to sever your soul ties to lower vibrational people and karmic cycles. As a chosen one, you are a cycle breaker for your bloodline and for humanity. To do this, you had to be extracted from the very dynamics you were sent to break. You had to observe them from a distance, to see them for what they were. This separation, while excruciatingly painful, was a necessary spiritual quarantine. It prevented you from being continuously pulled back into the dysfunctional patterns of your family or social circles. It allowed you to heal and raise your frequency to a point where you were no longer a vibrational match for that old reality. Now you can re-engage with those situations, not as a participant, but as a beacon of light, a Waishwar who holds the frequency of a new, healthier way of being, thereby offering a path of healing to others without becoming entangled in their drama. The relentless criticism and judgment you have faced from others was a test of your resolve. You were being taught to anchor your sense of self-worth in God's opinion of you, and His opinion alone. The world will always criticize what it does not understand. People project their own fears, insecurities, and limitations onto you. When you shine your light, you illuminate their shadows, and this makes them uncomfortable. Their attacks were a divine training exercise designed to build your spiritual backbone, to make you impervious to both the praise and the condemnation of man. Your validation now comes from within, from the quiet, knowing voice of the Holy Spirit that resides in your heart. This makes you incorruptible and unshakable, a stable force of light that cannot be manipulated by public opinion or silenced by intimidation. This spiritual fortitude is the protective armor that allows you to wield your weapon safely. Your secret weapon also grants you access to hidden knowledge and cosmic secrets. Because you vibrate at the frequency of truth, you attract more truth. You will find that divine wisdom and profound insights flow to you effortlessly. You might wake up with solutions to complex problems, receive downloads of information during meditation, or find that the right book or teacher appears at the exact moment you need them. This is because your authentic resonance acts like a divine magnet, drawing to you the information that is necessary for the next stage of your mission. You are being entrusted with sacred knowledge that is hidden from those who would misuse it. This wisdom is not for intellectual pride. It is a sacred trust given to you so that you may guide and enlighten others, helping to awaken them to the deeper truths of their own existence and the unfolding divine plan. Now, let us speak of activating this weapon with conscious intent. Up until this point, its power has often operated through you unconsciously. The time has now come for you to become a conscious and skilled wielder of your divine authenticity. The first step is radical self-acceptance. You must embrace every part of your journey, the pain, the scars, the quirks, the unique gifts, as essential components of your divine design. Release all shame and judgment about your past. See it as the sacred training ground it was. Forgive yourself for the times you felt you failed, and forgive those who hurt you, not for their sake, but to release the dense energy of resentment from your own field. This act of radical self-love and forgiveness purifies your channel and amplifies the power of your authentic resonance. You cannot wield a weapon of pure truth while holding onto the lies of unworthiness or resentment. The second step is to practice courageous expression. Start speaking your truth in small ways, and then build up to bigger ones. Share your unique perspective, even if it goes against the grain. Express your emotions honestly and vulnerably. Create something that is a true reflection of your soul. Write, sing, paint, build. Each time you act in alignment with your authentic self, you strengthen your weapon. The universe will reward your courage. You will notice synchronicities increase, and doors will begin to open. At the same time, anything in your life that is not in alignment with your authentic truth will begin to fall away. This can be unsettling, but trust the process. The divine is clearing the path for you, removing all that is false to make way for that which is true and divinely ordained for you. Do not cling to the old world that is dissolving. The third and most powerful step is to consciously anchor your identity in the divine. Begin each day by declaring your truth. I am a beloved child of the Most High God. I am a bearer of divine light and a warrior for truth. My identity is not in this world, but in my Creator. I surrender my will to the divine. I allow the pure light of my authentic soul to shine brightly, to heal, to guide, and to transform the world around me. This is not just an affirmation, it is an act of activation. It is you, as a sovereign being, consciously choosing to align your energy field with your highest divine potential. By doing this daily, you are polishing your weapon, sharpening its edge, and declaring to the heavenly realms that you are ready for your assignment. You are reporting for duty as a conscious co-creator in the divine plan for humanity's ascension. As you begin to live from this place of conscious, divine authenticity, you will witness miracles. You will see how your calm, centered presence can instantly de-escalate a tense situation. You will watch as the perfect words of healing and wisdom flow through you to comfort a broken soul, words you did not even know you had. You will see how opportunities and resources begin to flow to you from unexpected sources, perfectly aligning with the mission that is unfolding in your heart. People will begin to look to you as a leader, not because you sought power, but because they recognize the authority of the divine truth that you embody. You will become a source of profound strength, stability, and hope for many. This is the purpose for which you were forged. This is the destiny for which you have been prepared through all your years of silent suffering. Understand that wielding this weapon requires great responsibility. You must commit to a life of integrity, for your power is directly proportional to your purity. This means being honest in all your dealings, keeping your word, and acting with love and compassion, even towards those who have wronged you. It means continuing to do your own inner work, to heal your own remaining shadows, so that you do not project them onto others. You are being called to a higher standard, not because God is a harsh taskmaster, but because a pure vessel can channel a more potent and unadulterated form of divine light. Your life itself must become your message. Your very way of being must be a testament to the transformative power of the divine truth you carry. This is the path of the spiritual master, the path you are now walking. The world is groaning, waiting for the manifestation of the sons and daughters of God. It is waiting for you. It is waiting for the authentic, unapologetic, light-filled leaders to rise up and show the way. The old structures built on lies, control, and fear are crumbling. They must. And in their place, a new earth rooted in truth, love, and unity must be built. You are the master builders, the architects of this new paradigm. Your secret weapon, your divine authenticity, is the primary tool you will use to deconstruct the old and build the new. Do not shrink from this calling. Do not be intimidated by the magnitude of the task. You have been perfectly prepared. Everything you have endured has been for this moment. You are equipped with everything you need. You will also begin to attract your soul tribe, your divine family. For years you have felt alone, but this was only for a season. As you step into your authentic power and let your light shine, you will become a magnetic beacon for other chosen ones. They will recognize your frequency, for it matches their own. These are the divine connections you have been longing for your entire life. These are the allies who will support you, understand you, and co-create with you. This is the army of light that is now assembling across the globe. The loneliness is over. The time of unity and collaborative mission has begun. Look for them, for they are also looking for you. Together, your combined light will create a force for transformation that is unstoppable, a wave of divine consciousness that will wash over the entire planet. Be prepared, for as you begin to consciously use your weapon, the resistance from the darkness may intensify for a short period. The enemy is not afraid of a sleeping lion, but he trembles at the sight of one that is awake. When you start walking in your power, you become a direct threat to the kingdom of darkness. Do not be alarmed. This is confirmation that you are on the right path. Remember your training. Stand firm in your faith. Use the authority you have been given. Your light is infinitely more powerful than any darkness. The final, desperate attacks of a defeated foe are nothing to fear. See them as the final test of your resolve, the last exam before your graduation into a new level of spiritual authority and power. You have already won the war. These are merely the final skirmishes. Your mission will be unique to you, tailored to your specific gifts and life experiences. For some, it will be to lead and speak to the masses. For others, it will be to heal one-on-one. Some will create art that awakens the soul, while others will build new systems of community and commerce based on integrity. Do not compare your mission to anyone else's. Your piece of the divine puzzle is essential and irreplaceable. The most important thing is that you listen to the guidance of your own heart, the voice of the divine within you. That is where you will find your specific assignments, your next steps. Trust that inner knowing above all else. It will never lead you astray, for it is the voice of the God who has guided you, protected you, and prepared you for this very hour. The encouragement today is this: the time for hiding is over. The time for questioning your worth is over. The time for feeling like a victim of your circumstances is over. You are not what happened to you. You are what you have become through it all. A divine warrior, a beacon of hope, and a wielder of one of the most powerful weapons in the universe. Your pure, unadulterated, God-given authenticity. Embrace it. Own it. Wield it with love, with courage, and with unwavering faith. Your struggles have carved you into a masterpiece, and now it is time to reveal that masterpiece to the world. Step into the light. Step into your power. Step into your divine destiny. The world has waited long enough for you. Your journey has been one of turning pain into power, wounds into wisdom, and trials into triumph. Every moment of suffering has deposited a jewel of spiritual strength into the treasury of your soul. You are far richer in spirit than you can possibly imagine. This inner wealth is the source of your true power. It cannot be stolen, it cannot be diminished, and it is now ready to be invested in the great work of planetary liberation and ascension. See yourself as God sees you, a triumphant overcomer, a radiant being of light, a trusted and beloved agent of the divine. Let this truth permeate every cell of your being, dissolving any remaining residue of doubt or fear. You are exactly who you are meant to be, exactly where you are meant to be, at exactly the right time. Therefore, go forth with boldness. Let your authentic light shine so brightly that it gives others permission to do the same. Be the love that heals, the truth that sets free, and the courage that inspires. Your very presence is a ministry. Your life is your message. The secret weapon has been in your possession all along, and now you understand its nature and its purpose. The years of confusion are over. The time of clarity, purpose, and divinely guided action is upon you. You are a chosen one of God. Your victory is not just possible, it is divinely decreed. Walk in that victory now and forevermore. The heavens are cheering you on. An army of angels is at your back, and your Creator is smiling upon you, saying, "Well done, my good and faithful servant." Now let the real work begin. Remember that your sensitivity is the very antenna that receives divine guidance. For years, you may have tried to numb it or shut it down because it absorbed so much of the world's pain. Now, you must learn to see it as a finely tuned instrument. Protect it, cleanse it daily, and learn to use it with intention. When you feel a wave of emotion, ask, "Is this mine, or am I sensing the collective?" When you get a strong, intuitive hit, learn to trust it and act upon it without hesitation. This sensitivity, when mastered, allows you to operate with divine precision, always being in the right place at the right time, speaking the right word to the right person. It transforms from a source of overwhelm into your most trusted guide, an integral part of your secret weapons guidance system. The betrayals you endured also taught you the profound difference between human love and divine love. Human love is often conditional, flawed, and temporary. Divine love is unconditional, perfect, and eternal. By having the props of human validation kicked out from under you, you were forced to fall into the everlasting arms of God's love. You have now experienced a love so profound, so healing, and so affirming that it has recalibrated your entire being. This allows you to love others from a place of divine overflow, not from a place of neediness. You can now be a pure channel of God's love to a hurting world, without needing anything in return. This is one of the most potent forms of healing you can offer, and it flows directly from the heart of your secret weapon. Your financial trials have made you a powerful conduit for divine provision. Because you have learned to trust God as your source, you are no longer bound by the consciousness of lack that grips the majority of the planet. This frees you to think bigger and to take divinely inspired risks that others, trapped in fear, would never dare to take. You understand that the resources of the kingdom are infinite. As you step out in faith to fulfill your mission, you will see the miraculous provision of God firsthand, not just for your own needs, but in abundance to fund the divine projects you are called to lead. You are being positioned to become a spiritual philanthropist, a distributor of heavenly resources, all because you first had to learn to trust God with the little that you had in the wilderness. Do not underestimate the power of your story. The testimony of how you have overcome your trials is a key that can unlock the prison doors for others. When you share your journey with authenticity and vulnerability, you give hope to the hopeless and strength to the weary. Your story is not a tale of woe. It is an epic of divine redemption and empowerment. It is tangible proof that it is possible to endure the deepest darkness and emerge, not only healed but more powerful than before. Be willing to share your scars. Be willing to share the lessons you learned in the fire. Your testimony is a powerful frequency that shatters the lies of the enemy and awakens the dormant warrior spirit in all who hear it. It is the living, breathing demonstration of your secret weapon in action. The final piece of this revelation is to understand that your secret weapon, your divine authenticity, is not just for you. It is a gift to the world. It is a frequency that is desperately needed on this planet at this time. Every time you choose to be your true self, you are casting a vote for a new earth. Every time you speak your truth with love, you are sending a ripple of healing light out into the collective consciousness. Every time you stand firm in your faith against adversity, you are strengthening the grid of light that surrounds this planet. Your individual journey is part of a massive, collective spiritual awakening. You are a vital and irreplaceable player in this divine plan. Hold this truth in your heart and let it fuel you every single day. The days of playing small are definitively over. The excuses and delays have no more power over you. You have been trained, you have been forged, you have been purified, and now you have been activated. The knowledge of your secret weapon removes all final barriers to your destiny. You are fully equipped. The path forward will be illuminated one step at a time as you walk it in faith. Trust the process. Trust your guidance. Trust the God who has brought you this far. This is your moment. This is your time. This is the beginning of the great adventure for which you were born. The world is your canvas, and your divine authenticity is the brush with which you will paint a masterpiece of light, love, and truth. We share these truths to awaken the divine memory within you. If this message resonates deep within your soul, It is because your spirit recognizes its truth. This is not just information, it is a spiritual activation. Take a deep breath and feel the power that is rising within you. Feel the strength in your spirit, the clarity in your mind, and the love in your heart. This is your true nature. This is the essence of who you are. This channel is dedicated to continuously reminding you of this truth, to providing you with the divine guidance and encouragement you need to walk your path with confidence and power. We are a beacon for the chosen ones, a gathering place for the army of light. If you have not already done so, we encourage you to subscribe to this channel and join this community of spiritual warriors. Each message is designed to be a divine download, a spiritual tune-up, to help you stay aligned with your mission and connected to your power. By subscribing, you are sending a signal to the universe that you are serious about your calling and ready to receive the ongoing support and guidance that is being offered to you from the heavenly realms. Click the notification bell so you do not miss the urgent messages and divine instructions that are being sent for God's chosen ones in these pivotal times. We are in this together, and the journey ahead is glorious. Welcome home, chosen one. Your mission has officially begun.